I didn't expect the threat to come from the man I once promised forever to. But there he was, standing in our living room, his voice trembling not with grief, but greed. "You know Mom didn't mean to leave everything to you. You'll fix this, right?" I just stared at him. I'd cared for his dying mother for 7 weeks straight, bathed her, fed her, held her hand as she slipped away. None of them showed up. Not her sons, not her daughters. Just me, the daughter-in-law they once called outsider. When the lawyer read her will, I thought there'd been a mistake. But it was her handwriting, her words. To my daughter-in-law, who showed me love when my own children couldn't. They didn't even wait a day before turning on me. The past, they forgot. I met Daniel 12 years ago. Back then, I thought he was the kindest man I'd ever met. Thoughtful, soft-spoken, with that rare ability to listen. His family was loud, judgmental, and cruel in the way only the entitled can be. But I believed love could soften edges. I believed family could be earned. His mother was different though, quiet, observant. She'd watch me help her around the house, her eyes soft but guarded. It took years before she said, "You remind me of myself," before I learned the cost of kindness. I never forgot that line. The shift. When she fell ill, they all disappeared. "Work, kids, too far," they said. Daniel didn't even visit once during those 2 months. He sent money for groceries, like compassion could be bought. I stayed. I chose to stay. She needed someone, and even then I wasn't thinking about inheritance or gratitude. I was thinking about dignity. She died holding my hand, and when the will was read 3 weeks later, everything changed. Suddenly, I was no longer the quiet, dutiful wife. I was the enemy. The first crack. It started subtly. Daniel stopped speaking to me at breakfast. His sister sent me a text, "Don't be greedy. You know this isn't yours." Then came the family meeting. 7 of them, against me. They spoke in circles, calling it what's fair. I listened, calm, silent, patient. Daniel leaned forward, his tone rehearsed. "We can split it evenly. That's all we're asking." I smiled. "But your mother made her choice." And that's when his mask slipped. He slammed his hand on the table. "You're destroying this family." No, I thought, I'm exposing it. The plan. They wanted to make me the villain, so I let them. I let them think I was overwhelmed, the naive, guilt-ridden widow-in-law who couldn't handle the pressure. While they whispered, plotted, and tried to guilt me, I was already speaking with the estate attorney. I transferred the assets into a trust, ironclad, irrevocable. Then I withdrew from their world completely. No texts, no calls, no explanations. People forget that silence unnerves more than confrontation. A month later, they received legal notice. The trust was sealed, unchallengeable, and entirely under my control. Their outrage was predictable. Daniel filed for divorce the same week. Perfect. The confrontation. He came to the house one last time to talk. I'd already packed his things. His eyes scanned the empty shelves, the home we'd built now stripped of everything sentimental. "You really think you've won?" he hissed. I took out the envelope his mother had given me 2 days before she passed, one he never knew existed. Her handwriting again, delicate but firm. Inside were printed copies of every bank withdrawal Daniel had made from her account without permission. Tens of thousands. She had kept records. She knew. I slid them across the table, his face drained of color. "She left me her estate," I said quietly, "because she knew what you all were." He opened his mouth, but no words came. For once, he was speechless, cornered not by emotion, but by truth. "You wanted to talk about fairness?" I whispered. "This is it." I walked away before he could find another lie. The aftermath. He left the next morning. His family tried to smear my name, but paperwork doesn't lie. I stayed silent. I didn't need to defend myself. I had already won the only way that mattered. Some nights I sit on the porch of the house she left me. The wind carries her voice sometimes, soft as memory. You remind me of myself. Maybe she saw the same thing I hadn't yet discovered. That kindness without boundaries is just another form of self-destruction. Now I choose differently. I love quietly, trust cautiously, and I repay betrayal not with rage, but with permanence. Because revenge isn't always loud. Sometimes it's written in ink, signed, witnessed, and filed under my name.